Hey everyone, I'm Bluey, and I've arrived at E3 2019. Actually, to be accurate, I've arrived at a PNG of E3 2019, which is ended, so this illusion doesn't work. Let's just talk about E3 2019. This year's E3 felt like a 30-70 grab bag of goods and bads. When you got a good, it was really good, and when you got a bad, it was a dinosaur taking a poop. EA was pure trash to the surprise of no one, and before you ask me my opinions on the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gameplay, I'll talk about that in a future video that may or may not come out before the game comes out. Bethesda and Ubisoft were mostly bad, but had shining lights like Ghostwire Tokyo and Watch Dogs you could play as a grandma in this one. Microsoft and Square Enix were good, but not great, especially flopping with the Project Scarlet and Avengers reveals, and Nintendo had one of their best directs ever. I don't think this year's E3 was the worst, but it could have been way better. But today we're talking about the highlights for me this E3. It could be a great announcement or a big yikes moment, which I know isn't a highlight to some, but I think falling flat on your face with others laughing makes it a highlight for somebody, so I'm going to say noticeably bad moments can count as a highlight. Let me give a couple honorable mentions before we start the highlights. The Square Enix Avengers game. I will be discussing this game at a later date, much like Jedi Fallen Order, because oh boy, I have a lot to say about this. Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077 and Ikumi Nakamura presenting Ghostwire Tokyo, which were both amazing moments, but I think everyone has talked about how great those moments are to death, so what's the point of me talking about it now? With all those honorable highlights out of the way, let's talk about the highlights and the highlights of E3 2019. Number 5. The Project Scarlet reveal and the Halo Infinite trailer. Well, these are two very different announcements. They go hand in hand with each other, so I'm double billing this entry. Microsoft finally revealed the next Xbox console after the Xbox One, codenamed Project Scarlet. The trailer just showed a bunch of people blabbing about how powerful the console is, without showing the console itself or giving any specific details, just vague business buzzwords. Luckily, Microsoft had the decency not to end with lackluster hardware reveal. They ended with Halo Infinite, releasing with Project Scarlet at launch, which is already a major improvement over the entire Xbox One launch lineup. I'm not a big Halo guy, despite Red vs. Blue being one of my favorite shows ever, but man, this trailer was well done. I might go back and play the other Halo games. I have them, just haven't played them. Ain't I a hoarder? Number 4. The Fallout, yeah! It's Fallout 70, yeah! I was talking about Fallout 70, woohoo! It's Fallout 76, yeah! This entry falls into you fell flat on your face and everyone laughed version of a highlight. Fallout 76 was a giant mess of a game that isn't just a bad game, but a huge PR disaster for Bethesda. With fake nylon bags and leaking out customer credit card information, they needed to really pull it around with the game at E3 and apologize for all the shenanigans going on. Well, Todd Howard made a joke. He didn't apologize, he just made a sly joke about the game being a mess. Yeah, that was a fail. But that's not all the vomit Bethesda felt like sharing. Guess what? Fallout 76 is getting a Battle Royale mode. I know it's called Nuclear Winter, but it's basically a Battle Royale mode. I'm telling you, people were making jokes before this conference even started about how there would be a Fallout 76 Battle Royale mode. And it actually happened. What the hell? What's going on, man? Help me. We live in the Matrix, man. It's all a conspiracy. We're Bethesda. We're Bethesda. In a nutshell, Fallout 76 is still a laughingstock, and Bethesda's audience members were, get this, paid in bottle caps. Number 3. That game I said I wasn't gonna buy, but I'm now reconsidering. Square Enix started their show off with a bang with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which got a hefty showing of gameplay and cutscenes, and a release date of March 3rd, 2020, the 3rd anniversary of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's not a joke or anything, just found that very interesting. The game is going to be on 2 discs, but this is only part 1 of an entire series of Final Fantasy VII Remake games, with the rest to be released at a later date. Watch us wait another 5 years just for episode 2. I am still very against splitting Final Fantasy VII's remake into multiple games, but I think if it's done well and each game feels like a complete experience, couple that with the amazing looking combat system, we might have a winner on our hands. Still hate that we have to pay $60 for each episode, but hey, if they feel like complete experiences that are worth $60, I'll buy them. I'm having serious mood whiplash with this game. I've gone from the old man saying get off my lawn to drinking the Kool-Aid. I really hope drinking the Kool-Aid doesn't make me look like a doof like those Fallout 76 drinkers. Number 2. 2 games I really want to talk about, but I really didn't have anywhere else to put them, so here they are. First up, Outer Worlds, developed by Obsidian, who are the guys behind Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. The game looks like a combination of Fallout and Borderlands, which are 2 games I've played little bits and pieces of, but highly enjoyed what I've played. Excited to pick this one up, though the graphics still have that Bethesda puppet stench to them. And then we have my most anticipated game of the year next to Pokemon, Doom Eternal, which looks even better than the first one. We're going to Hell on Earth, we're even going to Heaven to fight off demons. Man, this game looks bonkers and I love it! This has been 2 games I'm excited for but couldn't really fit elsewhere into the video. And my number 1 highlight of E3 is Nintendo's entire presentation because I'm just that predictable. The Smash DLC announcements of the Dragon Quest Heroes and Banjo-Kazooie were great. Though I wish the hero wasn't leaked ahead of time as that took a ton of impact away from the reveal. There was a ton of promising third-party stuff like Dark Crystal Tactics, Witcher 3, Spyro, Super Lucky's Tale, Panzer Dragoon is coming back, and my favorite reveal trailer shown off, No More Heroes 3. I haven't even played No More Heroes, but seeing Travis Touchdown saying Henshin and transforming into a Tokusatsu hero is just... it's too awesome to describe. That's not even mentioning the Nintendo first-party stuff, like the cartoon spooks of Luigi's Mansion 3, the relaxing vibes of Animal Crossing New Horizons, the fast-paced action combat of Marvel Alliance 3, or the crazy visuals and attacks of Astral Chain. There was something for all fans of Nintendo. Though there were 2 weak points of the conference, Fire Emblem 3 Houses and the Resident Evil 5 and 6 ports. They didn't show much gameplay of Fire Emblem even though it comes out next month, and out of all the Resident Evil ports to hype up at E3, why 5 and 6, which are considered to be the worst in the series? And then we end on Death to My Wallet, as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is getting a sequel. I find it funny, in an E3 where everyone had an okay or terrible showing, Nintendo not only was great, but had one of their best showings ever. And with that, we conclude my E3 2019 highlights video. This E3 wasn't the greatest out there, but I don't think it was the worst, especially with some crazy announcements like Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077, Banjo and Smash Brothers, Bethesda and Hot Garbage, and of course, the craziest E3 announcement I'm about to make. Bluey Season 1 is over, see you in Season 2!